Currently, the hottest act in all of the WWE is undoubtedly the Bloodline. Led by the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, the trio has dominated the WWE for years. Being together in a faction just makes it official, but in reality, the Samoans have been running wild throughout the WWE for decades. Plenty of fans have tremendous respect for the Samoan Wrestling Dynasty. Still, it can be difficult to actually understand the family tree, but we'll do our best to explain it. It all began with the Samoan brothers, Sika and Afa, who formed the tag team the Wild Samoans. They won 21 tag team championships around the world throughout their illustrious career. They began the tradition of bringing Samoans into the mainstream in the wrestling world. Rikishi, which is the Japanese term for a sumo wrestler, was the next in the Samoan line to enter the world of wrestling. Rikishi joined the WWF in 1992 as a part of the tag team the Head Shrinkers, along with his cousin Samu Samula Anoa'i. His infamous signature maneuver, the Stink Face, brought him a lot of notoriety during the Attitude Era. A member of the electrifying family of Samoan wrestlers, including Dwayne Johnson, Rikishi was involved in multiple feuds throughout the Attitude Era. Some of the more notable were with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Undertaker, and fellow Samoan wrestler The Rock. Another fellow Samoan with an even more packed resume is Yokozuna, the cousin of Rikishi. Agatupu Anoa'i was portrayed as a sumo wrestling champion, representing Japan, and wrestled under the name Yokozuna. Managed by Mr. Fuji, Yokozuna debuted in a 1992 episode of Superstars. Yokozuna was a two-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion and the winner of the 1993 Royal Rumble. He was the first Samoan wrestler to hold the WWF World Heavyweight Championship and also the first Royal Rumble winner to receive a World Championship match at the main event of WrestleMania as a result of a direct stipulation. Yokozuna headlined WrestleMania 9 and WrestleMania 10 against Bret Hart for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Some of his notable feuds were with Bret Hart, Lex Luger, Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker. Remembered as one of the greatest Samoan wrestlers of all time, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame posthumously in 2012. In many ways, he and Rikishi helped to lay the foundation of the Samoan presence in the WWF. As far as the remaining Samoan wrestlers go, and there are quite a few, they often come from a generation of wrestlers that have been in the business for many years. The Rock is the most notable of these due to his popularity. Still, he had family members in the WWE long before he entered, such as his late grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia, and his father, Rocky Johnson, who were wrestling in the business in the 1970s and early 80s. This is partly how he was able to get into the business in the 90s because of his connections to his grandfather and his father. Roman Reigns is not related to The Rock biologically, but they do have the same heritage. Dwayne is the son of Rocky Johnson, a successful wrestler in the NWA and the WWF, who won multiple tag team titles during his time with the company. Dwayne did not immediately enter wrestling. With a frame like his and his work ethic, Dwayne became a very talented football player playing for the Miami Hurricanes. Unfortunately, he became injured while playing and was replaced by Warren Sapp. He also played in the Canadian Football League as a backup linebacker, but was cut after 2 months. Through football and his genetics, he became a strong, tough, and coordinated young man, undoubtedly aiding in his future aspirations of becoming a WWE champion. But his heritage also provided him with something more valuable than genetics: guidance and understanding of the industry, and connections. Not only was his father a wrestler, but his grandfather too, as well as many of his uncles and cousins, including the Wild Samoans, Yokozuna, and Rikishi. Eventually, when Dwayne expressed interest in becoming a wrestler, his dad trained him himself. It also helped that Vince and the WWE loved second, third, and fourth generation wrestlers, and this undoubtedly contributed to the initial push that he received. This is very important to why he ended up being regarded as one of the best pro wrestlers of all time. If Dwayne had grown up as the son of a teacher or an accountant, I doubt The Rock would exist. The Anoa'i family has been around for years. Still, you're probably most likely to recognize The Rock. Through his Samoan heritage, he is directly related to Rikishi, Yokozuna, and the late Eddie Fatu, who was known as Jamal and Umaga in the WWE. His former tag team partner Rosie and some current wrestlers such as Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Nia Jax are all from the Samoan line. However, though The Rock is not related to them biologically, he does have some relations to them through his father, Rocky Johnson, and his grandmother, Leah Maivia, who ran a Polynesian wrestling promotion. The family is no stranger to the world of professional wrestling, which is why their connections reach far and wide. Jay and Jimmy Uso, aka Joshua and Jonathan Fatu, are Rikishi's sons and two-time tag team champions. They are part of the latest Fatu Anoa'i clan and are currently part of the SmackDown roster. The twin sons of WWE legend Rikishi are biologically related to Roman Reigns through Reverend Amatuani Anoa'i and are also blood brothers of The Rock. The Usos are technically Reigns' biological nephews once removed. Still, since they are only 3 months younger than him, they grew up with him in the same grade in school and playing high school football together, the trio consider themselves cousins, almost brothers. Reigns, in interviews, has referenced times when the Usos made jokes about him being their uncle back when they were all in high school, and how ruffled his feathers would get due to the lack of age difference. WWE wrestler Naomi, real name Trinity Fatu, is also related to the Anoa'i family by marriage. She is married to Jonathan Fatu or Jimmy Uso. She and Tamina are also very close in real life and were also a tag team at one point in the WWE. This only covers the current generation of the Anoa'i family and the Maivia family within the WWE. But of course, the family is huge, and there are many other relatives who were in the WWE in the past. Since 2014, Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i, has been built up as the face of WWE. Despite receiving some initial heat from the WWE Universe at the beginning of his push, he has managed to win their favor. He has been doing a great job as the big dog of the company. WWE superstar Roman Reigns and The Rock belong to the same family tree, and the two are cousins by relation. As we have seen, their family has many other notable wrestlers, including the Usos, who are Roman Reigns' cousins. On a few occasions, Roman Reigns and The Rock have been seen on WWE TV together, most notably when The Rock helped Roman Reigns win the 2015 Royal Rumble match. Roman Reigns' cousins, the Usos, have also been seen on WWE TV with The Rock when the latter helped the Usos to assault the New Day on Raw in 2016. Nufolau Joel Senoa, better known as Samoa Joe, is the best example of a Samoan who is not a descendant of the Anoa'i tribe. Joe was born in California. His family, Samoan in ancestry, were actually Polynesian dancers, but no one else within the family wrestled. Joe actually made his debut with his family at the 1984 Summer Olympics in LA. So how did he get into wrestling? He began in judo, working his way to California Junior Champion and making all-league in high school football. Joe started wrestling at 22 and made his wrestling debut 3 months later. Roman Reigns is the tribal chief of the Anoa'i tribe, not the whole Samoan Islands. Joe is Samoan, but not from the Anoa'i tribe. The two of them, along with the other Samoans still wrestling today, represent their culture and heritage with pride on the biggest wrestling stage of them all. You're not wrong if you ever feel that the Samoans get a bit repetitive with their names. The Samoans have a particular way of wrestling ingrained in their blood. Jey Uso commented on this classic style, saying, "I think our style is really in our blood. Hard-hitting, real gritty. We can jump over ropes, we can stay on the ground, we can be powerful, we can do it all. I feel like me and my brother are the lightest Samoans ever. I like to keep it original, but there's of course the Samoan drop." So, there you have it, guys, the legacy of the Samoans in the wrestling world. I hope this video offers some good insight. And as always, thanks for watching.